The excursion to significance starts with a single step, and as we leave 2023 behind, now is the right time to ask ourselves, what can really be done today to be my best self tomorrow? As the last section of 2023 attracts to a nearby, we stand at the limit of another daybreak, coaxing us to embrace a snapshot of reflection and expectation. You know, life's a piece like an unknown excursion where every day offers another opportunity to shape our predetermination. The antiquated Stoics with their significant shrewdness comprehended this well. They weren't just logicians out to lunch, they were pragmatists profoundly associated with the rhythms of life. Envision a calm night in late 2023. You're pondering the previous year. Begin little. What's more, considering the future, is not simply about setting goals that may be neglected. It's tied in with implanting propensities that will profoundly impact your life. So, the following are 10 indifferent motivated propensities made for the change from 2023 to 2024. These aren't only plans to contemplate, they're actions to live by. And don't stress, we won't dive into complex language. This is emotionlessness for today, clear, practical, and straightforwardly pertinent to your day-to-day existence. Begin small. George Washington, a man whose resolve shaped a nation, esteemed the saying, "Many mickles make a muckle," a humble Scottish saying, but it captures a significant truth: the grand is comprised of the minuscule. Similarly, Zeno, the founder behind aloofness, had it right when he said, "Prosperity is realized by little steps." However, it's no small thing. He got it, that change doesn't happen in leaps, but in little, conscious steps. Think about it like sowing seeds. Each little seed has the potential to grow into something heavenly. So, how do we apply this? Suppose you mean to read more. Instead of setting forth a staggering goal, commit to a page a day. It's like building a mosaic, every little piece adds to the grand picture. Remember, a walk begins with a single step, and a habit starts. Quit allowing nervousness to lead over you. With a single action, James Clear's Atomic Habits repeats this sentiment beautifully. The essence of atomic habits isn't just in their explosive potential, but in their elemental nature. An atom, the smallest unit, yet holds enormous power. Our smallest habits, similarly, are the building blocks of significant change. And here's an indifferent secret: it's not just about doing little things, but also thinking little. Avoid the trap of making unattainable promises. Instead, focus on common decency before you, the immediate, the attainable. As you string together these little triumphs, you'll find they lead to significant changes. Remember, even the mightiest river starts as a stream. So, as we step into 2024, let's embrace the power of starting small. After all, as Zeno would remind us, no thoughtful gesture, regardless of how small, is ever wasted. 2. Quit letting anxiety rule over you. There's a storm we all face, one that brews not overhead but within us: anxiety. A shadow follows us, whispering about what could go wrong, what could happen. But here's an unemotional truth: you're not a puppet, and anxiety should not be the puppeteer. Marcus Aurelius, a man who helmed an empire, embraced this in his reflections. He wrote, "Today I escaped from anxiety." Or no. Make a daily routine, I disposed of it because it was within me. That's a solid acknowledgement. The choppiness isn't in the plane or the airport, it's in us. Now, how do we break free from this invisible chain? First, own your feelings. Recognize anxiety is a product of your viewpoints, not your surroundings. It's like a fog, fading your vision, making mountains out of molehills. The key is to clear that mist, to see the world as it is, not as your fears paint it. This is where mindfulness has its role. Take a moment, breathe, and ask yourself, is this stress a result of what's happening or what I fear could happen? More often than not, you'll find it's the latter. Finally, let's expose a myth. Anxiety is not a preemptive solution to potential problems. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It doesn't prepare you, it disables you. It's like sitting in a recliner. There's a lot of movement, but you're going nowhere. So, as we transition into the new year, let's vow to unshackle ourselves from the chains of anxiety. Let's approach life with a clear mind and a steady heart. As Aurelius reminds us, you have control over your mind, not external events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Remember, the only storm you need to weather is the one inside you. Provide yourself the order to stop, ready to be filled indiscriminately, yet with a routine. It's a masterpiece in the making. The power of a routine lies not in rigidity, but in providing a framework to effectively channel your energy. Seneca, an indifferent thinker whose wisdom has navigated centuries, once said, "Life without a plan is inconsistent." He knew that a well-structured day is a well-spent day. So, how do you make this routine? There's really no need to commit to replicating someone else's schedule. It's about creating one that suits you. Start by identifying your most productive time. Are you an early bird who thrives in the quiet hours of dawn, or does your energy peak as the day unfolds? Tailor your routine around this natural rhythm. Devote your superb hours to your most significant tasks, the ones that require your complete focus and creativity. For me, it's about owning the morning, not letting it own me. I start with activities that set a positive tone for the day: a walk, a moment of reflection, tackling a creative project before the world awakens. But remember, a routine isn't just about work, it's about balance. Include habits that nurture your entire self. Perhaps it's reading, exercising, or spending quality time with loved ones. And simply stick to your routine. Consistency is the glue that maintains a steady level of control. As you build this routine, you'll find it becomes a foundation for good habits to flourish. After all, as Seneca reminds us, principles are essential, and what's a routine if not a principle you live by? Free up valuable resources. Time, the most valuable asset we have, is often wasted on trivialities. We claim to be starved of time, yet a glance at our screen time reveals the truth. It's not about striving for more time, it's about using the time we have wisely. Seneca, a scholar known for his practical wisdom, said, "If you wish to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid about certain things." This is about making a conscious choice not to get sucked into the vortex of trivial pursuits, doom scrolling, excessive news consumption, or other digital distractions. The strategy here is twofold: awareness and action. First, become keenly aware of where your time goes. Track your activities for a day or a week. You'll likely be surprised at how much time is spent on activities that don't enrich your life. This awareness is the most crucial step towards change. Next, take decisive action. Start by reducing the time spent on these distractions. Set boundaries on your app usage, designate specific times for news consumption, and avoid mindlessly surfing the web. As you reclaim your time, you'll discover that you have more of it for things that truly matter: pursuing your goals, nurturing relationships, and personal growth. This habit isn't just about time management, it's about life management. It's about ensuring that the precious hours of your day are spent on activities that enhance your life, not drain it. As we transition into 2024, let's remind ourselves of Epictetus' words and focus our energy and time on what truly contributes to our well-being and growth. Remember, every minute spent on something trivial is a minute taken away from something meaningful. Follow through with something difficult, at the beginning of the journey, there's often more of an obstacle than a help. Identify its impact on your life, then make a firm, unequivocal decision to stop. There's no need to commit to gradual change, it's about a definitive, intentional action. When you give yourself the order to stop, you're not just breaking a habit, you're reclaiming your freedom. This story isn't just about overcoming a smoking habit, it's about overcoming any habit that holds you hostage. We all have our battles, whether it's with unhealthy habits, procrastination, or negative thinking. The key to triumph lies in giving yourself the order to stop. It's about asserting control over your impulses rather than letting them control you. Seneca, another indifferent sage, observed, "We are captives to anything we fail to see." But the beauty of Stoicism lies in recognizing that we hold the keys to our own chains. So, how do you apply this to your life? Identify that one thing, whether it's that extra cup of coffee, endless scrolling through social media, or any habit that's more of a hindrance than a help. Acknowledge its hold on you, then take decisive action to break free. Associate with people who elevate you. Surround yourself with those who inspire and uplift you. Choose to spend your time with individuals who challenge you to be better, who support your aspirations, and who encourage your growth. As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So, choose your inner circle wisely. Seneca, again, emphasized the importance of association when he said, "Choose someone whose way of life as well as words, and whose very face as mirroring the character